Hey, this is Brad Gill at NextHome Lifestyles. Welcome back to another market snapshot for the city of San Jose. It's the week of August 22nd. Most of the kids are back in school, and we definitely have seen some changes since midsummer. It seems to me like the trends and the numbers are starting to show that we're definitely back on track to a more normalized seasonal market. So what does that mean? Well, let's jump into it. Number one, we're always going to check the current active inventory level versus pending contracts. That's going to show us what's happening with obviously inventory or supply, and then demand. How many buyers are in the market and what's happening to that inventory. So this week we're down slightly to 967 units total that are active on the market, and that's single family homes, condominiums, and townhouses. What's interesting is we're down again from last week, and we definitely are in a trend of downward moving inventory level. So we may have already reached our peak inventory level for the year. So if we are in a more normalized seasonal marketplace, that's very common that you're going to see that peak of inventory anytime between June, July, and August. Of course, we'll have to continue to watch the stats every week, but so far the trends are definitely pointing and telling us that we're probably not going to expect to have a large growth of inventory coming towards the end of the year. Buyer demand or pending properties, we're up 10% to 663 units pending right now compared to last week when we had 602. So that's pretty significant. We've seen again 4 weeks of increase in pending activity. So we're joking with our clients saying that it just means that a lot of buyers are back from their extended European vacations. So whatever the matter is, I think that interest rates actually are driving that demand up. We'll get to that in a little bit. Now let's take a look at the actual trend numbers. So we look at trends based on the number of new listings come to the market versus the number of properties that actually went under contract over the last 7 days as well. So this week we had 194 new listings come to the market, which is up a pinch from last week at 191, breaking a trend as far as new listings are concerned. Demand trend though is up 7% this week compared to last week where we saw an increase of 15%, and the week before that we actually saw an increase of 20%. So since about the end of July, we're up as far as pending activity by as much as 40% right now. So definitely a pretty significant increase in the number of active buyers coming back in and taking advantage of some of those listings that have been on the market where their price expectations have definitely come down. So getting into that, market expectations, we're not seeing too much activity as far as properties falling off the market. So there are a lot of properties sitting on the market longer, but also going through price changes. And one of the stats that we track is the number of price changes on a weekly basis. So even though the number has gone down to 365 properties that had a price change over the past 7 days, that's down from 374 last week. We always run that number against our current active inventory to provide a percentage of the inventory. A balanced market has something around a 30% of all the active listings go through a price change, either price increase or price decrease. So we're definitely still a little bit in that higher range at 38%, which means I don't think we've necessarily found the bottom for price decreasing, but this is also a lagging number because most listings don't change their price for upwards of 2, 3, or even 4 weeks. So again, I think with the change in the active and the pending inventory, I think it is safe to say that we probably have hit that plateau. But again, we'll have to keep an eye on the market statistics as we move forward into September. Last but not least, 30-year fixed rate mortgage came down again, 5.13% on average compared to last week at 5.22. So that rate's been bouncing between 5 to 5.5% now for at least the past 4 or 5 weeks. So it's not a bad time for you if you're looking to buy, to get out there, get an updated pre-approval, check and find out what current rates are. You may be really surprised. And compare it to the average interest rate over the last 40 years at 7.8%, 4.5 or 5% is a fantastic rate. That's all I have for you this week. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Brad Gill with NextHome Lifestyles. Hope to see you on the next time.